Hi there, it's Sheree from Sheree'sCraftyGirls.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to make this rather stunning butterfly card. As if you've followed me on YouTube or my blog, you'll know I'm more of a box lady, but I think this is absolutely beautiful, and so I'm going to try and show you how to make it today. So for the card itself, you're going to need a card base, and that measures 10 inches by 7, 10 inches by 7, and it's scored at 5 inches. And for the front, we are going to use a piece of cardstock that measures 6.5 by 4.5, and I've also got a little piece of white paper, and that is to make the little border that's around the little window. So for those, I've stuck them on that side, 2 circles from this scallop oval, and on the grey I've used just, I popped that one on the wrong way round. Let me just quickly alter that one while I've seen it. So you just pop them off, and you just need the cutting edge onto your card. So lay them both so the cutting edge is nice and even down on the card, as I have here, and this one. And this is from, pop that in, the Layering Ovals Framelit die set. And I've used the biggest one here and the 2 biggest on the oval. Now I'm just going to pop across quickly to my big shot, because I haven't got enough room here. So I'm just going to quickly pop them through. Now bear with me please. There's one, and now the frame. And as you can see, it really doesn't take that long to pop them through. And there's the outline. So very, very carefully take off your washi tape, and I tend to take this very carefully indeed. And then you have this to use on another project. Then popping your ovals back so you don't misplace them, and removing these ones very carefully again. And then, if I hadn't been in such a rush earlier, there's my little framelit that sits on there. And again, you can use that as a label on another project. So I keep them all inside with my ovals. They don't get lost. So pop them back into your case, along with your cutouts, so you can use them on another project. Remove your waste. Just very carefully, with some Tombow, I just very carefully run some Tombow all around the edge of the oval, the scalloped oval. Then that can go on top of your window, just to frame it a little bit. I like to turn it over to see how even it is. There we are. And then we can pop that on top of her card, which I think will look rather nice. Now, with the card you can either use your Tombow or you could use fast fuse. Sorry about that, that was my husband phoning. So where were we? We're going to stick some Tombow around our card and just a little bit around the oval in the centre. And with that we are then going to, if I can get it off, because now it's probably stuck, let's pop that over. Oh, that's not very clean, is it? We're going to pop that onto our card base, like so. And then I've gone ahead and with the bitty butterfly punch and the elegant butterfly punch, I've gone ahead and I've used different scraps of paper and I've already punched out the butterflies. Now you could do them all the same colour, it's entirely up to you, but I just had lots of little bits of paper that I wanted to use up, so I have an array of colours. I also topped it, as you can see. I do tend to use this quite often, some vellum, because I just think that gives a lovely whispery look that butterflies have, and I do use this effect quite often. I've also gone ahead and I've put some glitter glue because I didn't have enough rhinestones or pearls to do all of them, so I used some glitter glue. So once we've now punched them all out and sorted them like that, we're now going to arrange them on our card, and I just very randomly pick them up, whichever one comes to mind. A little bit of Tombow on the back, and I just started plomping them down just wherever I felt they needed or where it just appealed to me. It's entirely up to you, totally random, but you just pop them on all over your card. You could have them going that way, you could have them going all different ways, it's entirely up to you, but whatever just takes your fancy, just pop them on. Oops, I've knocked the glue on that one. Oh dear. Let's quickly, and I've got Calypso Coral, what else have I got? Crumb Cake, I can't remember what this was. Tempting Turquoise, Daffodil Delight, Sugar Plum, oh, and Calypso Coral. But whichever paper you have handy. As I say, these are all just made of scraps of paper that I needed to use up because I don't like throwing anything away. I'm a bit of a hoarder. Oops, that's got a lot on it, but never mind. And you just fill your card with these beautiful butterflies. There is a catch, however, and it's entirely up to you, and it does make it a bit more awkward, but I just think the effect just finishes it off. So there's your cards, your butterflies, all on your card. But then you need to take the Papillon Pot Puree, which is, it corresponds with this. If you stamp these out, you can use the punch to punch the butterflies out, so you can have them pre-stamped. And inside it has a tiny little, oh gosh, where's my little block gone? Excuse me a second. It's a tiny block gone. There it is. It has the antennae, and I just pop that in, and using a black stamp, I just pop the antennas in because I just think that finishes it off and it doesn't take long, and it is quite quick and easy, and I just think it finishes the butterflies rather than just leaving them without their little antennae everywhere. There, just very quickly, like so. And then I'm also going to use the Sentiment, which one is it I'm using? Is it this one? Yes. Thank you so very much from Flourishing Phrases, and you get the 2 boxes in that set, which is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to use Tempting Turquoise to stamp the sentiment on, so make sure it's nicely inked up and the right way. Yep, that's lovely, beautifully inked, and I'm just going to pop that sentiment down there. That's lovely, isn't it? I rather like that. And just for good measure, I'm going to take one of the butterflies and I'm going to pop that onto a block, and also big enough. And I'm going to just on the inside, I'm going to ink up the butterfly. But I'm going to stamp it off. That didn't stamp off very well, did it? So opening your card, stamp off. That's not printing very well. Let's stamp off, and I'm just going to stamp in, just so it's nice and soft, very light. I think that's very pretty. And that is your card. As I say, you could make it in the slightly darker colours, which I have here. I've got the Night of Navy, Daffodil Delight, Pool Party, Calypso Coral, Tempting Turquoise and Emerald Envy. And on here I've got Peekaboo Peach, which then you just fluff the wings up a little bit. So that's Peekaboo Peach, Sweet Sugar Plum, Tempting Turquoise, Daffodil Delight and Crumb Cake. And there you have 2 very beautiful cards. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. Sorry about my husband calling. Until next time, take care. Bye.